Okay, so realigning with your vision. Firstly, what is your vision? The vision is the idea of something that is a guiding North Star. It's the pinnacle point of what it is that you're able to recognize as something that you're wanting to bring in. The purpose of this is to realize that we are always either aligning with or off of it. It's pretty standard in that way. There comes a bit of gray area where it is that we start to learn that we're simultaneously also sometimes making space for new parts of ourselves or to help clear and get rid of old parts of ourselves that we're finished working with, let's say. And the idea of all of that is it's all okay. It's just about learning how to recognize those elements together. Now, the power of vision, as we said, is that it gives you a guiding point. Now, how clear a vision do you need? Look, if you have a broad vision, it's great. It's something. It gives you a general view of what it is you're looking to do, and you can kind of see, does this kind of look like where I'm going? It's kind of like when you're walking towards a really, really big mountain, and you know where it is that you want to be on it vaguely. You know the general direction. You can kind of see, okay, am I heading towards it? Am I heading away from it? Based on the path I'm tracking, does it seem like I will get there or close to it? Then you get the narrow vision. You've got a map, you know exactly where it is you're going. You know the means, you know the trail paths, you kind of know what turnoffs you're meant to go. It's clear. It makes life a little bit easier, but sometimes the thing to remember is that when you've got such a clear, narrow vision, you can sometimes be missing how that narrow vision actually then connects to an even broader vision. And we'll go into that another time. Then we have no vision. And I bet a lot of us find ourselves in this place where it is we know there's something that we want to do, but we don't even have any idea of how it's meant to look like or how it is that it can be. You know, sometimes we scare ourselves with our vision, and that's when it is that we actually think we have no vision. Either way, I'm going to go into how it is that having no vision is still a form of vision. So what we're looking to build here is resonance. And it's the recognition of when it is that we're in alignment based on a felt feeling. Now, in order to do that, you want to notice the energies. Quite simply, that is, if I'm here, what am I feeling? Like there's a little something in my back here. Okay, cool. What can I do to make it? Because I know that if I keep kind of adding tension to that space, it's not going to get better. It's going to get a little bit worse. So you're kind of looking to break it down, and instead of needing to be so mind-based with it, you're kind of now bringing it into your body. You're using this as a tool. With this, you're wanting to look beyond the moment. So instead of just here and right now, we're starting to look, okay, feeling a bit rushed, that's natural, slow down. And then you're starting to realize that because I have an idea of wanting to be able to more easily convey, I should be able to more easily convey within myself. So I can recognize the flow that I can embrace in order to start moving towards that. And what you'll find, or I find anyway, is that there's a natural organic motion that starts moving. And it's just about allowing these two previous ones, kind of like a structured, unstructured approach, in order to allow this natural flow to unfold. Trusting the flow is very, very important because life knows. You know, there are incredible wheels of life that led to you being right here, right now, no matter what. Embrace that. It's working with you. Allow deeper learnings to arise organically. This is where the trust comes in. As you start allowing the recognition of these rivers of information and experience to move with and through you in trust and as opposed to paranoia, then there are naturally more confirmations that begin to arise to let you know that you're on the right path. And also yourself to know and to tell yourself when it is that you're not. And then you can like easily find ways to disengage, let's say. That disengagement mechanism often comes as a result of listening to your subtler voice. And it speaks in resistance, where it is that things are a bit tense or tight, or maybe even starting to hurt a little bit. And the sooner we can listen to that subtle voice, the less pain they end up needing to create, because it's just trying to teach us. The teaching happens through allowing its clarity to arise and being present with it. And it's very much an unspoken speaking, where it is learning to sit with it and allow it, as opposed to expect it in that way. A key part of this that I found is embracing the discord. And my process of moving from where I was to where I am to where I plan to be and vision to be in that way there's a certain level of clarity that arises and ease, even in incredibly difficult situations. But there's a surrender to it, and that's the space of embracing that change as opposed to fighting it. And as I continue to embrace that change, I found that there's been more and more continuous development that's arisen within me, and it allows for more to continue to occur. And that's kind of helped me track myself moving from a heavily fixed mindset to more of a growth mindset. And what's been really, really, really key for me within this is leaning into my resistance. So to meet it wherever it is, however it is that I can be aware of it with whatever I'm busy with. In this case, like present within my body, the recognition of, okay, so then there's someone that's going to watch this at some point, and then finding, okay, where those meet, and there's a slight bit of resistance, but there's still effortless movement. And the trick there is to not try and force it, because we so easily want to force it to being a specific way or looking a specific way. And the new space, which is what we're actually birthing and creating, and is created through us, is to trust the process of life, because that is where all of the pieces that are meeting are allowed and given their time and space to actually see, okay, and then you can decide what is right and what isn't right. But it's only in the sense of surrender that we get there. By leaning into resistance, we create for new space for new possibilities and a more fulfilling life. And then I love this one. Growth comes at the point of resistance. We learn by pushing ourselves and finding what really lies at the outer reaches of our ability. John Wetzel.